ladies and gentle people. Today I'm going to do my first ever book review on the Hush Hush series. Yeah, I've read all of these and they were amazing. Oh my gosh, if you haven't read these, oh my god, you need to go read these. Holy shit, you need to go read these. Yeah. Well, Silence is like my least favorite because it's not that good. But all the rest is awesome. Anyway, yeah. Read this. Okay, now, spoiler alert time. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna go through each synopsis of these three. Like a short synopsis of what happens at the beginning and what happens at the end. And then I'm gonna do a full review on this one. Not a full review, like longer than these ones. Okay, yeah! Because I remember this one the most because I read it last week and it was amazing. Oh my gosh. The best one. Anyway, so let's start with Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, which is the first book. Okay, at the beginning of the story, Becca Fitzpatrick, the author, introduces Nora, a high school teenager, and then Patch later comes into Nora's life, and everything's weird, and she's like, what the fuck's going on? And then later on, Nora almost dies by Chauncey in the gymnasium, and then she kills him with Patch saving her life, or something like that. Yeah, I vaguely remember it because I read this a couple of years ago. Yeah. But this is awesome because, yeah, it's just awesome. Read it! Anyway. And then the second one, Crescendo. This is, like, an awesome one, too. The only one that's not very awesome is this one, because I will tell you that later. Yeah, at the beginning, Nora and Patch are, like, a couple, and then, like, 5 chapters later, they break up, and then, what's it called? This guy named Scott comes into the story, and then he's a Nephilim, and then, Nora's worried about how Patch might be with Marcy, and then yada yada yada, and then later on, Patch and Nora end up together, and then the Black Hand had to fucking ruin their 5 fucking seconds together, and the scene fucking ends with that. Yeah, this was, I don't really remember, but it was awesome, yeah. And then this one, meh, it's good, but at the beginning, about, like, 20 chapters or so in the beginning, is just repetitive stuff that we already know. Because Nora wakes up in a cemetery with not knowing how she got there, and she lost, like, 5 months of her memory, and it was just, oh, and then she's just remembering all this stuff that the reader already knows, and yeah. And then later on, Patch and Nora devise plans to, like, kill the Black Hand, who later on we find out who is Hank Miller, who is actually Nora's father, and Marcy's father, so they're like half-sisters. And then, yeah. Then they kill him. Well, they chain him up, and then they're not going to kill him, but then he has, like, Patch's feather, which could kill Patch, so, like, Nora shoots him, and then she hides. Her and Patch are the only ones who know about the secret of Nora killing Hank Miller. And the Black Hand was the leader of the Nephilim army, and then, to let Nora go, she had to swear an oath, like, she became Nephilim, and she has to lead the Black Hand's army, the Nephilim army, or else she and her mother will die. And yeah, that's what happens in this one, which is really good, but not as fantastic as the other ones. I mean, it was still really good. Like, it was awesome, but the beginning was like really slow and boring and just. But by the end, it was just like, oh my god, she's a Nephilim. Whoa! Anyway, and the final book, which is called Finale, which is an interesting name, just like the others. I don't know why they're called that anyway, but Finale, it makes sense because it's the final book. Anyway, in this one, Nora is the leader of the Nephilim army. She has to. She's battling with herself on whether to lead the Nephilim to war or to rebel and um, go by the Archangel's rules or something. Yeah, and so she's contemplating on, like, I'm a Nephilim. I don't want my race to go through what I've seen people go through and yada yada yada. And it's really complicated because Patch is a fallen angel and Nora is a Nephilim. And they're two complete opposites and their races hate each other. And yeah, and then there's this guy named Dante. And Dante became Nora's personal trainer. Then later on, he's a Nephilim, by the way. Then later on, he says, oh, I'm working with the fallen angels because Nephilim will never overrule fallen angels. So I'm being selfish, and I'm going to kill all the Nephilim, and fallen angels will rule the earth, and so on and so forth. And so Dante tries to kill Nora, and then so on and so forth. And then V is actually a Nephilim, which is awesome. And then Scott and V date, and then Scott dies. And that was really sad. Oh my god, all of the plot twists in here! Holy shit! If you read this, you would be like, holy shit, all the plot twists, because frickin', and then at the end, like, Detective Basso is Archangel, and's been watching Nora, and then, Nora thinks that Patch is dead, but he's actually in hell, so he's still alive, but then, she thinks that, and then the people who are chained in hell, like Rickson, came back from hell, by Dante with black magic and stuff, and then, what's that called? And then she's like, oh, Patch is never coming back, la 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 la, and then Patch comes back, but then she thinks it's a dream, but then she realizes it's not a dream, and then they, like, do this blood thing, and you know how, like, fallen angels can't feel touch and stuff, and then they did this blood thingy with their hands, and now he can feel stuff, and now it's like the end of the book. And then Marcy died, which was kind of sad because she kind of turned out nice because she accepted that she was a Nephilim, but then she died because she was supposed to die when she was a baby anyway. But she was also a bitch throughout the whole saga, so yeah. Yeah! This is a horrible book review. It's just me yelling and talking about what happened, and anyway, I don't know how to give a book review, like, anyway, I give this one 5 out of 5 fucking stars. I keep cussing, I'm sorry. I have a foul mouth. But, 5 out of 5. But the confusingness, like, there's a lot of things that, like, the author is kind of, like, saying one thing, and it's, like, really confusing, but I think that's just my fault, that I don't understand something, or I have to, like, reread it. So, it's, like, between 4.5 stars and 5 stars. I really like this one. Like, this one made me cry 3 times! So, I'm gonna give this one a 5, out of 5. This one is a 4 out of 5 because the beginning was really slow, but then the ending was really awesome. And there's always all of the cliffhangers in here, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and the epilogue in this is that, like, V is getting married in London, and yeah, to a human, and V is Nephilim, Yeah, that's about it. Oh, and Nora and Patch are still together 3 years later. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, this one, Crescendo, I don't really remember. I would say like, hmm, 3.5 stars. Um, Even though that's kind of weird with this one, but this one was way more exciting at the end than this one, because this one was like, okay, she's doing something cool. Okay, she did it. Okay, oh no. Okay, yeah, she's doing something cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Um, this one she's just kind of being like really selfish in this one. I mean Nora. Nora's being really selfish in this one and kind of made me like not like Nora. It's like Clary in the Mortal Instruments. You just start not liking the main person. You ever get that way sometimes? Yeah, it's that one. Hush Hush, this one is 4.5 stars because it was really confusing because one, it's the first book, and so you're like, what the hell is going on? I don't understand this. What is a Nephilim? What is a vassal or whatever? And so it was really confusing, and yeah, but it was still awesome because it was really weird and all these new things popping up, and yeah. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, you need to read these. And if you haven't, I'm gonna like run to your house and like shove these in your face or something. Okay, I don't want to do this because it's like my collection, but whatever. If you guys want me to do another book review, I suck at this, so don't ask me to do another one because I'm bad at this. Yeah, I have already wasted 12 minutes of your time if you actually watch the whole thing. Anyway, bye!